Can I still speak? Yeah, I'm fine, you know. That was actually really nice. I'll show you. I'll tell you what I put in it. I did brown and just that. I had some brown rice. I had some meadow brown, field brown actually. Brown rice that my son bought me back the other day. It was half packet and some black rice. Stop it! I'm really giggly now. And I thought I was going to have a lie down, but I'm just pottering around the garden. Maybe thinking I can fit a bit more in it. Today, what's it? Sunday's the day for trimming back. So I was just having a tweak in the garden. It's true. I want to talk about something outside, but I'll tell you about this first. So I'll bring the pan down because, otherwise I won't be able to remember. So I rinsed the rice and then I dropped it into a dry pan with 2 cocoa buttons, these ones, and just sort of fried it off a bit. I don't know, I just felt like doing it for change. This is all that's left. I'm having to hide it in the cupboard because you know what? The house mouse is after it. And then I boiled it with that poppy head that I picked today, and it was literally so small. And I just put it on the side and to do with it. I thought, you know what, this is what I'm going to do with it. I was going to pick it out. So the dog didn't get it. But it seems to be lost. And when I gave it that last spoonful, I forgot anyway. But do you know what? We ate it the other day, and there was literally only one in there. So we did a lot more the other day. It's true. And I put a few raisins in. And what else did I put in? Some whole hemp seeds into the cooking water. Chopped up those 3 runner beans. They went in it. And then I chopped up those bits of stick that I picked earlier on. They went in it. Which was, what's it called? Bindweed, not bindweed. Cleavers. A couple of strings of cleavers. 1 stick of flax. Them shoots off the blackweed bush. This is a follow recipe. I grated a carrot and then half an apple into it afterwards. Guess what else I poured onto it? Some of that Propolis stuff, wherever it's gone. Here. Drizzled it over. It's going down, isn't it? Oh, God, I hate that. I hate that so much. And I put a few cumin seeds in it. Just a few. Cumin seeds. Ta-ta! And a few flax seeds actually as well. Just maybe half an egg cupful, maybe an egg cup, 2/3 of an egg cupful. I thought they'd just, soak up any of the goodness. Rather than draining it down the sink. I just decided to go for that style of cooking today. And then I drizzled some flaxseed over. Did I put some flax all over the top? I can't remember. And I had parsnip seeds on mine, but I didn't put any on the dogs. So there, that's what I did. I took them out of the freezer because I was picking those all off the other day and freezing them, wasn't I? So I had that. And then I wanted something sweet, so I had a bit of my dime bar, whatever I called it. What did I call it before? I've just hidden that up as well, so I'm sure Mouse will be after it. I cut 2 pieces off, but before I better have it 1 bit at a time, just in case. That just tasted quite fatty. And not quite what I wanted, but I wanted something more chocolatey. There wasn't anything, so I had that. I might have a bit in a minute. I don't know though, I might not. I did a bit in cocoa, didn't I? And honey. Smells like Propolis. Right, what I want to say is I've just been trimming. I have been trimming back in the garden today. So I have been working. Look, I've cut all that down so far. And I've tidied this. Look. It's a sweeping moon coming up. So there's a space there for the wisteria. Which is coming through now. I've had a little prune down here. Can you see? Probably not, because I didn't show you before. So I've had a bit of a trim here, but not too much. I might do a bit more actually. I don't know if they want it hanging over their garden or not. And sort of done a bit of weaving through. This is supposed to be like a living fence at some point. So this, I think, is a lupin that someone gave me, a yellow lupin, which is pretty much the same as wisteria, isn't it? But it's different. So it was going tall, so rather than cutting the top off, which I originally thought I might do, I've just sort of woven it that way. So it'll grow again up, won't it? It'll be like one of those wind-blown things. And this, I still don't know what it is. An elder, maybe? A rowan? And I've taken the top off that by accident. And actually it wasn't that, I took the top off it. I wondered, do you remember when this first came through and I wondered if it was wisteria? And this is what started the wisteria hysteria, because as you can see, it's got a similar sort of leaf. You can see that now, can't you? But I still don't know what it is. If it's a rowan, mountain ash, or I wonder if it's an elderflower, but it's definitely not, is it? I don't think. It's not an ash, it's an elder. It's quite... Do you know what? That's something fun for me to find out later on. And I've woven the jasmine through here a bit, because that's started to creep through from over there. So I'll just sort of weave it around there to fill in that, hold the fence together. I've been trimming away the roses over the last few days. I was hoping they were going to make some more blooms, but they seem to have come to the end. Not trimmed any off it today, but maybe something else will come up here. Like I don't remember the wisteria coming through it, don't I? Because I'll kill the rose. Sweet peas might get up there, though. Some of them. There's one each side. There might be some more in a pot. What's this thing called? This is the loganberry, which has gone high, but I've done the same thing. I've curled it around, so that will start to grow up again. What? The tanked up gardener. I pulled the honeysuckle down completely because it had grown straight up and it had crawled through this hole up here and it was creeping in there. It's like, you know what, you're supposed to be spreading out, not just, shooting up. So I pulled it gently down, and then I've done the same thing. I've twisted it round and round and round and confused it, but then I accidentally snapped it. So I snapped its head off. But it should come through a bush a bit more and then fill through Pan's gate to make it more, private. When I'm sitting in there smoking my pipe. And this lovely scent of the honeysuckle should cover the aroma of whatever, me not washing probably. Do you know what? I'm just making it sound more interesting. Again, the blackberries, I've just taken some of the leaf off. I've left some of the fruit on, well, because I like it. I mean, that doesn't actually have to be here when the other stuff... Look, this is the wisteria. It's sneakily called high up. I did the same thing. I pulled that right back because it was going over there somewhere and I spotted it. So I'm waving it through because they get quite woody, don't they? And sort of led it back this way. I might tease it and take it down again later on. Just, to get up its nose, to be honest. I need to get a post to pull this back before the whole thing keels over onto vegetables. Loads done, actually. Loads. Space, I can't remember what I did down there. Just had a bit of a pull through, to be honest. And then, because the dog earlier on was trying to chase me a bee down here, and I thought, maybe she came the other day with a bit of fat lips, so I thought she probably ate one. So I've just trimmed around here because she stopped going on it because they were hanging down, and bees can be a bit territorial as well, can't they? So I might have another... I've tucked some of it through because that's what I prefer to do, is, tuck it rather than chop it off and try to make it more roofy for me under here. Growing another roof for myself. I've had a little tweak around here. Same thing with the honeysuckle. That's it was getting a bit leggy wild, so I've just trained it along the string a bit, see where it goes next, and then it's sort of supposed to be making a bit of roof for that Heidi bird. Waving some through this nice basket, honey basket later on. I was thinking I'm gonna put some of these in a jar in the freezer probably. The black, they're called blackberry heads with some pollen on, with some petals, because they're good for something I've forgotten. But then I found this lying there, and it might be to do with this. Look at this creeping sod. What is it? It's dead. It's a skin or a cast. It looks a bit like a tick, but I don't know what it is. Can you see? A blackberry tick. It's dead. Dead as dust. I put it in a little pickle jar, but this is why this this is why this I don't want to tell you about it. I just found it and wondered if it's something to do with blackberries. I killed it. Put it in a little jar right now. It might not be dead. It's definitely dead. It will blow things off. Wow. I chopped that sycamore down from there as well. It was shooted up from somewhere. And I've chopped this one back a bit down the alley as well. I won't completely chop it. I'm going to train it because it makes a handy sort of gate post for this quasi gate that stops the dog going up and poking a nose out the back when people are trying to enjoy the park. And try and tell them all to go home because she's resting. Yeah, I know, but sometimes I do put this across and keep her in the garden, but I was working out here today, so there. Oh, and then I put some boy flowers in, into my greenest day of the week dinner. It was so tasty, and it did start to smell a bit like chicken soup. I put some salt in it as well, and as soon as I had a mouthful, I started giggling. I'd spilled some on the side, so it was pretty fast acting, smiling stuff. But it's just not like a massive. It's not like a massive whack. Massive whack of a horse blanket. Horse is another name for heroin in England. It's just another. It's another dark entry. Another horse blanket, brown horse. Oh, anything really. It's like the same as anything, isn't it? It's like, what's it called? Slam, basically, short and street language. It's just currently a running joke with my children because I made Poppy tea the other week and they keep running around going, Mum's on heroin. All Mum does is cook heroin now. I told you this before, didn't I? I know it's not funny, but it's sort of, do you know what? In situation, it is quite funny. They said, stop talking. I'll stop talking. I've got to find a little jar to put that bug in, haven't I? What is it? Is it like a potato weevil? I've got a load of things. I showed you before, didn't I? In these little. That's what I got originally. Well, I don't know if I did actually. I just bought them. These ones, because I got these ones and £3. £3 for. I think there's 12 in here. 18. I can't read it. 18. And I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to do with them when I got them, but I just thought I was doing crafting things. They had these ones and those little round ones. I mean, people make them Christmas decorations and all sorts and just hang on the Christmas tree, don't they? Or I was saying before about maybe putting fairy lights into them. I don't really know. But I've got a load which I've started collecting, a bit like, I'm just thinking like specimen jars. I got one with a bee in. I'll show you here. I've shown you before. I don't know where they all are. There might be some upstairs. I should have them in a case. Oh, I think that was another one. I found another insect cast the other day. That was that. Was that dragonfly that I watched hatching? I've already forgotten. I think the others might be upstairs. So I'm going to put that other bug in this one. I should start labelling them. Oh, put them in the fridge with the other stuff, just to make things a bit more confusing. So, my pocket, a pocket 3. Say that again, but more what? In my voice. Get in there, little guy. I'm a collector now. An inspector. It'll be handy if anyone comes and says, well, we're going to have a close look at that bug. I've got it in this little jar. I found them all in my garden. Where was it? It was just on... Oh, actually, it was by the potatoes. It was just on the dog's bed. So it could have been a tick, I suppose. It's got legs, isn't it? I forgot what ticks look like. I know they're normally like little balloons. So shield bee or... I had to pull them out the dog before. Disgusting. They also come back to life. Oh, it's like a little black heart. I want to say have a little black heart earlier on today. I know I got that one on the potato. Oh, maybe it is a potato bug then. That kind of links together, doesn't it? Knick-knack, paddywhack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. Did I tell you I picked some of these poppy heads today? The greener ones. I've left the browner ones to seed. I've forgotten what I said. But I was thinking, do you know, I was looking at those before, because I think of that one being more like the female and that one's more masculine. If you look at the, whatever this, I call them casts, like the middle bit. And the bee was feeding off this one, which is the one that came from the seed. So, but I was thinking about that before. So I've kept those. I know Puritan tea drinkers do them separately, so I'm going to do something with those at some point. I've started now to take this. I'm leaving those ones to seed, and then the new ones I've just started to collect in a jar. For like, I don't know, say urinary type problems, health. And bees like, let's see, the Knave of Swords, what's he, the Page of Swords, isn't he? Well, can be. Look how tall it's got. I was swearing at it earlier on because it's the one colour. I want that dark one. Do you remember me telling you? And what else was I doing? Screaming about? I was screaming about something else. It was pretty funny to me. one pinker? I think it might be actually. That one's a bit pinker, isn't it? Oh, that's nice. That is nice actually. That's nice. I feel bad now for saying I didn't like it. That's purple and that's pink. How nice is that? It's nice, isn't it? It is nice. I want a purple one, a dark purple one. They'll be upset. I'll get another one. I'll put it out front though. What if I put it out front? Is that okay? This old man, he came one. What? I finished my coffee. I'll have a bit of chocolate, I think. Scrape and bake. It's just the sugar and the oil. Carrier. What should I put this? I'll put it on top of the spider house. It came back. I'll put it actually with this one. Right, I think that's it. I think that's everything I wanted to say for now. I'm gonna have a rest. Do you know what? I'm just tell you about my what are they called? Butterfly antenna that I made yesterday for the procession. Well, for my procession. They're so nice, aren't they? Well, I think so. I ended up wearing them backwards because they're still a bit. They flop around. They go both ways, but that's pretty handy as well. But it depends how you want to wear them, what sort of costume you've got. If you've got to put them under a wig or, you know, or something. But I had them on this way. I just did it with an old headband that I had, and I just wrapped raffia around it. And I had a wire coat hanger in the garden, which I just cut in half with my snippers, and then sort of made little holes. What are they called? Like a loop at this end, but they were wobbly, so I didn't do it quite right. But you know what? I've done it good. And then I just curled them around like that. With these old curtain things, I took the little circles out the end, these, which is what I put in the top of the earrings, and then stuck the whole onto the end of the coat hanger with some yoo-hoo, because I had some yoo-hoo. Wound raffia all around it, and then just did that. I'm pretty proud of myself, to be honest. Pride comes before fall. Or they go backwards. Which is exactly the same, but then they can come forward as well. It depends who you want to be, to be honest. It's good for fun, for mess around, for a bit of theatre. A bit of theatre, that's all. You could make reindeer ones as well, couldn't you? But I just stuck them around the back in the end because they kept messing me around, and then wound my scarf. And then I pulled them down like glasses, and I was peeping through like Inspector Gadget, but a bit of a wonky one. I was doing things like that. But I said to a child, because they said, "What's that?" And I told them. And when I said, it's funny, isn't it? Because butterflies see with these things. They see them. So, do you know what? It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing. Well, you know what I mean. They feel their way around. And then I just put them up here with Dave. Because I didn't know what else to do them afterwards. I had to take them off when I got home last night before I started all my other experience of getting my things back off. There we go. He likes to wear them like that. But he just likes to. So, do you know, I can't stop him really if that's what he wants to do. He's his own person, isn't he? He's his own entity. If he wants them like that, that's how they'll be. Just read one tag off the wishing thing. Just pick one at random and see what it says. Oh, it's another one that says, look, I love you. And on the other person wrote, I love Superman. So that's pretty cool. So it says, I love your wings. And then the other one says, you look so cool. I don't know what they will say. I've not read them all. Hey, there's a space on that one. We were struggling to find clean ones yesterday, but there's one with a space on it. Hi, I can't remember. I'm too cold. And my something is 8. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll read it when I've got my glasses on. I love you. Hello. Stop showing off. God bless you. God bless you too. God bless you again from Debbie. Thanks, Debbie. This might be the one that was written in Arabic. He goes, can I write in Arabic? I said, yes, of course you can. I don't know if it is that one. God bless you, lots of love. Oh, that's that one, I think. So I'm not 100% certain what it says. I hope it's nice. They seem like nice people, so I'm sure it is. Magic one there. I love Alex. Lucky Alex. Alex! Alex! Someone loves you. I couldn't tell you who though. Lucky old Alex. And that's all I can find for now. Right, I'm going to go sit in the garden and drink my cup of tea. Coffee. Oh, actually, do you know what? I'm going to make a cup of tea. Have a cup of yogi tea. I might save the coffee for tomorrow. I don't know, actually. I want the coffee. Have both. I could have the cup of tea pudding. Too edgy, not edgy. Look into your eyes, imagine life without you, and the love kickstarts again. Same on you, same on me. Big board and big cold feet. Leaning on lamppost at the corner of the street. Till a little lady walks by. Right, what's this one say? Let's read this one together. I've got damn glasses out here. These are my own walking glasses. I can't see from one either. When you identify yourself, a lot of good things happen. Or what is it? When you identify yourself, a lot of good things happen. Eat shoots and leaves. It's really good. I wrote also, I'm going to tell you now, because I just saw it and remembered, on this one, get the fucking paint with me. I wrote, it's come off though, I did it with Sharpie. I think I wrote drink me on it, like Alice in Wonderland. But you're not supposed to, that's why I've glued it on and then done it with wire so you can't get it off. Drink me. I like these, they do look like they look a little bit like fishing flies, don't they? But they're supposed to be like chrysalis. And I'll tell you, I was thinking that as well with the tying things together thing that I like to do. With that Beau is Afraid and the girl eating the paint, I know that was like, do you know what? It was metaphorical and it could have meant anything to anyone. It depends where you see it when you watch it and how you think about things. But that's a form of chrysalis, isn't it? When you die, if you think like that. Or just the experience. My interpretation of that moment in film. Or one of my interpretations, anyway. And celluloid. Celliform. I don't know. Right. What did I think it was? Well, don't overthink it. It could have been a lot of things. I thought about it a lot of ways. I don't want to influence your thoughts on it. What did I actually put in there? I put a bit of that kombucha stuff I was making, and then it felt a bit heavy. I was thinking it's gonna be earrings, it's gonna be too heavy. So I put some oil on the top, just flax oil, because I was thinking it would be a bit like a lava lamp. I think I put some neem in it, and then I just dropped some nail varnish in it, because I didn't really know how it would work, but that's what's happened. And then I like the fact it dripped down the sides, so I thought I'd make it a bit like a paint pot, like in an art studio, when somebody mixes all the paint